Welcome to today's session in physics. Today we are going to discuss another important topic of that chapter, that is electric field. So let's discuss what is meant by electric field. We start with our Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law gives the force of interaction between the two charges. That means if we have two charges separated by a distance, I take the two charges as Q and Q instead of Q1 and Q2. These two charges separated by a distance R. Okay, so the force is given by, the magnitude of force is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 QQ divided by R square. This is what we learned in Coulomb's law. Now, let's analyze this situation once again. So, we have a charge capital letter Q. In its vicinity, another charge Q is kept at a distance R from it. So, a charge Q is kept in the vicinity of another charge capital letter Q in its vicinity. Okay, and this charge experience a force only because of the presence of this capital letter Q. Okay, so for easiness, let's call this charge as source charge and this charge as test charge. Okay, so we can say that test charge experiences a force only because of the presence of source charge. If the source charge is not there, this test charge will not experience any force. So it's because of something in this vicinity, this test charge is experiencing that force. Okay, so if the source charge is removed and even after that the test charge is kept there, this test charge will not experience any force. So the source charge is producing something at this position because of which this test charge is experiencing a force. So actually that's something what make this test charge experience a force, that something is the effect due to the source charge, and actually that effect we call as what? Electric field. Now let's discuss what is that electric field mathematically. So we can say that it is the effect produced by a charge in its vicinity by which any other charge experience a force. So in terms of mathematical equation, when we say it is, we have F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 QQ by R square. Okay, so this charge, this is that test charge which experiences this force. So if we make this charge Q equal to 1, what is the force experienced? Actually, that force experienced by a unit positive charge kept at that distance, that is defined as that electric field. I already mentioned it is the effect produced by the source charge at that distance because of which this test charge is experiencing a force. So mathematically, what is that effect or electric field? It is defined as the force experienced by a unit positive charge kept at that point. So unit positive charge means what? Electric field is equal to F by Q. Force per charge or force experienced by unit positive charge. So electric field E is equal to F by Q. So that force per unit charge is defined as electric field. So when we add the vector direction, that means direction, we have electric field is equal to F by Q. Okay. See, the definition is not complete. The mathematical expression is not complete because we know this force of interaction, it is interaction, mutual interaction. That means when we consider two charges, Coulomb force of attraction or repulsion is there on both. If they are like charges, Q, this source charge exerts a repulsive force on this test charge. At the same time, test charge exerts a repulsive force on source charge also. So in defining electric field or in finding electric field by the definition, that is force per unit charge, this test charge, what we are bringing, no, that test charge should be as small as possible, because the force experienced by this source charge due to this test charge should be very small. Otherwise, because of the force exerted by the test charge, the source charge will get dislocated. It will move from its position. So the definition of electric field will not be correct. So in defining or in finding electric field at a particular position, as per the definition, as the force exerted by or force experienced by unit positive charge, like that we define, no. So the test charge what we brought should be as small as possible. Otherwise, what will be the problem? The source charge will get dislocated, which violates all the conditions. So in defining electric field, the test charge which is brought in finding electric field should be as small as possible. So incorporating that condition, the mathematical definition for electric field can be modified as E is equal to limit Q tends to 0 F by Q. Okay, I said no, Q should be as small as possible. So Q should be as small as possible. That condition only we wrote as limit Q tends to 0 F by Q. So this is the actual mathematical definition of electric field. In doing problems or in small situations and all, no, we can use this equation. Problems or application level questions and all, we can use this equation. But when we come to the actual definition, the actual mathematical definition of electric field is limit Q tends to 0 F by Q. So once again, what is electric field? Electric field is the force experienced by a unit positive charge kept at a point. And that mathematically that electric field is equal to limit Q tends to 0 F by Q. So why we wrote like this? I think that explanation is clear to you. Now, from the definition of electric field, one more thing we can say, that is, if a field is there, that means if you keep a charge, suppose we keep a charge QA at this point where an electric field E is there. We don't know who produced that electric field. An electric field E is there, or E is present at that point. So if a charge QA is kept at a point where there is an electric field, surely that charge will experience a force. So from this expression, what is the expression for force experienced by that charge? Of course, it is F is equal to Q into E, or we can write F is equal to Q. Here I wrote QA. QA into E is the expression for force experienced. So it is a very important conclusion what we can have from the definition of electric field. That means whenever a charge is kept in the presence of an electric field, that charge experiences a force. Okay, the charge experiences a force, and that force experienced by that charge is F is equal to QA into E. And 2-3 things we can say from this equation. You know what? See, this gives us an information regarding the direction of force experienced by the charge. If this charge QA is a positive charge, if QA is positive, or we can say if QA is greater than 0, the force experienced by the charge is in the direction of electric field. That means the force and the electric field are in the same direction. If QA is less than 0, means if QA is negative, if the charge is negative charge, the force experienced by the charge will be opposite in direction to the electric field. That means if the electric field is given like this, suppose this is the electric field and a charge Q is kept. If this charge is positive charge, the force experienced will be in this direction. If the charge is a negative charge, the force experienced will be in opposite direction. That's what we can conclude from this equation. So it's an important point, that is, when a charge is kept in an electric field, it experiences a force F is equal to QE. And the force will be in the direction of electric field if the charge is positive, and if it will be opposite to the direction of electric field if the charge is a negative charge. So that is an important conclusion which we can draw from the definition of electric field. Okay, now from the definition, one more thing we have to say, that is we have E is equal to F by Q. Okay, so actually electric field is defined as the force experienced by unit positive charge. So actually this electric field, even if we write F by Q, this E is independent of Q. That's what we have to say. Okay, electric field is independent of test charge. Even if we say F by Q, because if this charge Q is a big charge, okay, unlike we said it should be a small charge, suppose it is a big one. If it is big one, that force experienced also will be big. So when we find the ratio F by Q will be small, that means there will not be any change. So that is the fact, that is electric field is independent of test charge. We spoke in terms of source and test charge, no? So electric field depends only on that source charge which produced that field. Okay, and electric field is do not depending on this test charge, or E is independent of the small letter Q. So that is a point. Now we discuss what is the expression for the field due to, electric field due to a point charge. Electric field due to point charge. So what do you mean by point charge? Point charge means a charge whose size is negligible. So that charge we call point charge. So the thing is this, we know, so suppose we consider the two charges as we said Q and Q kept at a distance R. The force experienced by this test charge Q is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. Okay, and the electric field at this position, suppose we call that position as A, the electric field at that position E is given by F by Q. F by Q, because this is the source charge and this is the test charge. So what will be that F by Q? This is to be divided by Q, and what we have is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. So this is the expression for magnitude of electric field due to a point charge. The magnitude of electric field due to a point charge is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. It means that the electric field, it is directly proportional to the charge, and in the case of a given charge, the electric field is inversely proportional to the distance. That means the magnitude of electric field, it decreases as we go away from the charge. The magnitude of electric field, it decreases as we go away from the charge. That's what we can conclude from this expression. And one more thing is there, where the position where the charge is kept. So when we consider the position or the point where the charge is kept, at that point R will be equal to 0. In that case, electric field will be equal to what? We don't know. So electric field is not defined according to Coulomb's law. Electric field is not defined at the position where the charge is kept. Okay, that means field produced by a charge, its own, where it is kept. In its vicinity, it is defined by this equation, but at the position where it is kept, at that position, the electric field is not defined, because at that position, R will be equal to 0. So when R equal to 0, electric field becomes infinity. That means it is not defined. So due to point charge, what all things I said? Electric field due to a point charge, the magnitude is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square, and that electric field, its magnitude is this. So what is its direction? So due to a positive charge, the magnitude of electric field is, so the thing is this, electric field is a vector quantity. Electric field is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. Electric field has got both magnitude and direction. So what is the direction? Magnitude we already spoke, but what is the direction? If Q is greater than 0, what do you mean by Q greater than 0? Q is positive. In the case of positive charge, so in the case of positive charge, electric field is directed radially outwards. So this is how the electric field is directed. Okay, electric field direction is radially outward in the case of a positive point charge. On the other hand, if the charge is a negative charge, that means if Q is less than 0, if Q is less than 0 or negative, the direction of electric field is into, that means radially into or towards the charge. In the case of positive charge, the electric field is away, radially outward, and in the case of negative charge, the direction of electric field is towards the charge. So this is the case with the direction of electric field. So how we keep that direction in the expression for electric field? We can write the vector expression for electric field as vector E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R square into n cap. Okay, where n cap shows the direction of electric field. So this n cap is the unit vector in radially outward direction, in outward direction. Okay, when Q is, capital letter Q only we wrote, when Q is greater than 0 and n cap is the unit vector inward, okay, in inward direction when Q is less than 0. So this is the vector expression for electric field due to a point charge. Okay, now about the magnitude, one more thing we will say, that is, we already said magnitude of electric field is directly proportional to the charge and inversely proportional to the distance. So for a given charge, E is inversely proportional to R square, square of that distance. E is inversely proportional to R square. Okay, so the thing is this, in the vicinity of a given charge at a distance R from that charge in all directions, so for all those points which are at a distance R from this point charge, the electric field will be same, or electric field has the same magnitude at all equidistant points from the point charge. I repeat, the field has the same magnitude, electric field has the same magnitude at all points which are equidistant from the point charge. Because of that, we say that the electric field due to point charge has got spherical symmetry. Because when we consider point charge, the equidistant points from that point charge in the space, if we consider the collection of all those equidistant points, we get that collection or the locus as what? Sphere. So we say the field due to electric field due to a point charge is spherically symmetric, or it has got spherical symmetry. Okay, the field due to a point charge has got spherical symmetry. So this is what we have about electric field due to a point charge. Its magnitude 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. Direction radially outward for positive charge and radially inward or outward for positive charge and towards the charge for negative charge. And it has got spherical symmetry. So once again, electric field or electric field strength or intensity of electric field at a point is given by the force acting on a unit positive charge placed at that point in the field, or E is equal to F by Q. And the very important point, that is the SI unit of electric field, it is Newton per Coulomb or Newton coulomb raised to -1. And remember, it is a vector quantity which has both magnitude and direction. When a point charge is kept in an electric field, it experiences a force, and that force is given by F is equal to QE, and the force is in the same direction as in the case of positive charge, and the force will be in the opposite direction to the electric field in the case of negative charge. This is clear from the figure. And finally, about electric field due to a point charge, the expression for field due to a point charge is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square into r cap, that is r cap written here, where r cap is a unit vector. And electric field due to a point charge has spherical symmetry, and if q is greater than 0, the field is radially outward, and if q is less than 0, the field is radially inward. You can see the graph shown there, that is the graph between E and R square. Since E is inversely proportional to R square, the shape of the graph is a hyperbola. With that, we conclude today's session. Thank you.